And welcome back to Orlando, Florida for match number 2 of our Friday night kickoff, kicking off the 2010 season strong. Chris Puckett up in the booth with Scott and D-Mac, and right now we're checking out as Final Boss is getting ready for game number 1, Onslaught CTF. And Scott, you told me this is the player to watch on the pregame show. We're going to get this one started with Fear itself. And Scott, what is it about Fear that we're going to be looking out for on this game type?
Well, we're going to look for a comfortable Fear. We're going to see a Fear who is not afraid to take risks and is really going to be in their face the entire time.
And there he is. He's leaning forward again. We saw him last year kind of mixing up his sitting situation a little bit. Sometimes back, sometimes up front. Which one do you prefer, Scotty?
Me personally, I just like the steady lean, but a lot of players will go through that because they feel like they're not in their comfort zone. For me, if the first stance, when you pick up that controller and you sit down in the chair, however you are, stay like that. Don't switch because you see ogres or T-squares in a certain way. However you play is the comfortable way to do it for yourself.
And you know what? Leaning forward might just be a sign that he's back into the game, ready to get it on. He leaned back a little bit last year. Now he's getting into intense mode.
That's what I was hoping for, D-Mac. Thank you. All right, so Fear itself struggling on that first one. Final Boss had 3 down in the opening push, but then they were able to take back map control a little bit. But we're seeing as Darkest Hour is putting pressure on them, they constantly have 3 down, Scott.
Yeah, and you know, like Captain Anarchy said, they want to control the pace of the game. Final Boss tried to start this one off with sending 3 guys on the A side, and then Fear itself tried to sneak B side. Darkest Hour just said, you know what, we know what you're doing. We're going to kill Fear itself first, and then we'll worry about the other 3 later.
And Darkest Hour has looked very impressive early on in this game. Don't look intimidated at all. Talking to Anarchy in that pregame, he looked like he wasn't that confident, but that doesn't translate to this game.
And right now we have the flag in the hands of Ant. He was just taken down on his flag, and here we go. Anarchy's going to run it in, guys. So Darkest Hour, the first one on the board here. 10th seed, don't sleep on him. And we're going to listen in with this Darkest Hour squad for a little bit here, guys.
I'll get 2 for yourself. Push. Hey, you guys. Stay loud, stay loud.
Running flag right now. I just got on the flag.
Nice shot, man. Stay alive. Under flag.
2 dead.
B-Maze,
Nice shit, man.
B-Maze, for yourself. 1 shot.
One
shot our beast.
One shot Arbito. One shot. Run 3 dead.
Victory.
Same box, sweep, victory. Finish him.
A square.
Where's their base? They're A square.
A square. He's B square. Hold your 2. On the big corner spawn. On B to the flag. One shot. One shot bottom A maze. One shot
their A. They're A square. Nice.
Tots, 1 shot their beast stairs also.
All right, 3 dead.
One
Dead.
Get right, Tots. Nice shot.
Spawning A. I need help there. 8 up.
8 up to the window sweep. 2 shots there.
8
8 up. 1 shot on the flag.
8 up. 28. Teamwork. Work together.
They're ace with you guys. 1 shot on the fight.
So 4 down for Darkest Hour. Let's go listen in with Final Boss.
I got your help. He's dropped. Oh, A-tall. I need help for A-tall. I got Nate on. I got two. One shot. Last guy B-court. Stay alive. Bring it. They're B-box right now. One can B-box. B-box is 1 shot. B-box is that. A B-street. Top B a shot. I got B.
You see Victor X checking the stats, so seeing how many are dead as he puts in the flag, tying it up 1-1.
Spawning right now. Spawning A. A-tunnel. Staying alive. They're A-box. A corner. Under the base. Volley's under. He's under the base. Coming up front. All right, tunnel, guys. Bottom B maze. 1 hit. More flag. We got our stairs. All right, up. 1 shot in. Corner our base. 1 shot front of the base. Twilight's 1 shot on the middle. Top center base. Get a flag. Nice shot. Front of our base. 1 hit. It's 1 hit out of flag in. RB no. Flag is weak. Flag guys 1 shot. RB corner. Flag guys. 1 shot. Stay alive. Don't worry about flag. RB corner.
And Ant's going to put in flag number 2. Ogre 2 wasn't able to stop him there, Scott, and now Darkest Hour is up 2-1.
And the beauty of it with Darkest Hour is Final Boss has no idea what to expect. This team only played online. They have no expectations of this team. They've overlooked it, and Darkest Hour is coming out firing. I'm a little disappointed with Final Boss. I was hoping they'd be a lot more aggressive coming into this event with the addition of Tots. but it seems they are still staying it slow, but they just need to pick up the pace a little bit.
And Scott, I have to say, the thing I'm really excited about watching Darkest Hour for is Ant. Last year in Orlando, or I guess earlier this year in Orlando at the National Championships, he said, I'm coming back, I'm making my return, I'm going to be dedicated, look out for me next season. And he's coming in and he's proven it. He's playing the best on Darkest Hour in my opinion. Not only did he put in a flag, he also carried the first one all the way back to his base. He's the one staying alive at the final boss's base, disrupting the spawns, and he's basically doing everything right in this game.
Yeah, and was always very underrated throughout the entire 2009 season. He went through a little spurt of, I don't know who to team with, and most people go through that. But now he's refound his dedication, and like you said, with him and Legend on this team, he can beat this team if they keep it up.
Final boss struggling early on. Finally, they get 4 down, and Fear itself is pulling the flag. And here we go. Fear itself is going to run this one in uncontested. He slight fumble there. And now he's deciding to slay with the rest of his teammates dead. Ogre 2's coming off the spawn to help, and he's in a perfect position. Victory is there now as well, and here we go. Final boss, slow and steady. Can they get it in? Twilight was the last one to beat. Actually, Legend is directly above Fear right now, returning the flag through the floor.
That was way too passive in that situation, and that's exactly what happens with Final Boss. They do that a lot of the times. They don't pounce on situations, and then you lose a flag cap.
And there we go, Captain Anarchy making it a return, so the game should have been tied up 2-2. But the passive play did not work out for Final Boss, and Darkest Hour able to take advantage of it. Captain Anarchy lighting people up. Darkest Hour is starting to click. That was a huge momentum changer, guys.
Not only did they just lose a flag cap there, D-Mac, they lost complete control of the game. They have no control at all. They have no presence. 3 of them are dead. Tots is now down. Victory X is lone. He has no shot on the flag. This is an easy cap for Darkest Hour.
And Twilight put in that flag. First time I've said his name in this match. It's now 3-1. And let's switch over to Twilight when he get a chance. And right now we have Captain Anarchy actually staying alive, Scott. Former teammate of yours. What do you think about this guy? Actually, he took your spot.
He took my spot. He replaced me on Carvin, so bitter subject here. But I really like him. The only thing with Captain Anarchy is sometimes he gets in a tournament funk. With last season, he gets in this funk where he doesn't know if he wants to play or not. He just needs to find his dedication and realize that he belongs on this pro circuit. He's extremely talented. You don't go to 4 national championships, placed in the top 3 in 3 of them, and not belong on this circuit.
And here we go, Twilight starting to heat up. But while you were talking, Scott, we saw his final boss was able to take a flag right down bottom middle the fastest way possible and put in a flag. Meanwhile, Ant just put in a flag for Darkest Hour, so they're trading turns, taking Darkest Hour just 1 flag away from winning this game, though.
And what we've seen from Darkest Hour, they don't need control to cap a flag, and that's the problem with Final Boss. They need the control to cap the flag, and that's why Darkest Hour has had more opportunities during this game.
Here we go, we have Darkest Hour trying to fight out of their spawn, though. After putting in that flag cap, Fear itself got angry, picked up a double kill. Now you see as Tots picks up a double from top middle, and Final Boss is going for another flag run. This one, again, in the hands of Fear itself. And Tots with no shield almost out PR Twilight. He was taken down, and now Fear itself is going to get team shotted. Ogre 2 and Victory, the only 2 players alive, and they're going to try and move this flag in. And Ogre 2 is going to be able to do it. Perfect cover fire off from Victory, and Fear coming off that respawn. So 4-3, it's still anyone's game. Darkest Hour just needs 1 more flag though, and Ant, the man, just does it again. He picks up a double kill, gets in Final Boss's base, and now he's running the flag. Nice grenades there from Ogre 2 and Tots to stop him though.
It seems like every time Final Boss gets a flag cap, they lose complete control. I don't know why this is happening. They have top control, but they just need to be a little bit more aware. I think they've seriously underestimated this team, and they need to regroup.
And I was trying to switch to the players running the flag. It was Twilight, but he was stopped short, and Final Boss is going to get the return. And Scott, now it looks like they're pushing in pretty aggressively on the Darkest Hour spawns. Victor X on the flag, and he's going to run this one. He's got Tots bottom middle, Ogre 2 coming off the respawn on A side, so it looks like this flag grab is just a diversion.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want to do. The game is so close right now. You just lost 2 players. You just want to stay alive. The longer you stay alive and the more control you keep, the better pace you will have.
And listen to the team Darkest Hour over here talking lots of momentum in their favor, and Ant is going for that flagpole. They have 3 guys set up on B for the spawn cap.
This is the one.
Spawn camp, and he fumbled it slightly, and he's going to be taken down by a Hail Mary grenade from Victory X. And here we go, guys. Legend, the last one alive, trying to keep his team in it, trying to keep Final Boss out of the power positions, and he's doing a great job at their base. Let's stay on board, though, with Ant. He's really impressing me here, Scott.
What's really hurt Final Boss so far, in my eyes, is the individual battles. We've seen them lose a lot of them. You expected them to win the majority of those individual battles, and that's put them in this 4-3 predicament that they are in here.
Here we go, Ant versus the world, sitting top middle, and he's not getting shot at.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Final Boss is doing right now. I mean, they're trying to get control of their base. Yeah, that makes sense, but someone has to push out eventually. You can't just stay in your base, or else you're just going to keep getting spawned.
And they had 3 dead. Anarchy was trying to run the flag. He's actually the last one alive, and he's going to be taken down. Here we go. We're jumping back on board with Final Boss, and Ogre 2 makes his first appearance on the Friday Night Kickoff. Ogre 2 going to be taken down while trying to go for the flag. Victory X sitting up top middle. And nice job by Victory to chase down that kill on Captain Anarchy. Now going for the triple bottom B, and he's got help. Gotta love the way Victory plays. Never over-aggressive when it comes to finishing kills.
And that's extremely important, especially with the way this team plays. If he were to overextend, their entire team strat would be ruined.
And Tots just traded kills with Legend, but it looks like Darkest Hour is able to make another flag return. No, they are not. Victory X has it, and he's going to try and put it in, but he has 3 Darkest Hour members all pushing aggressively from A. He picked the wrong stairs to go up.
That he did, Chris. It seems like Final Boss likes to take their time as soon as the flag gets in their base because they don't want to overextend. But by doing that, Darkest Hour just is so aggressive that they have the ability to just stop the flag.
And their grenades have been perfect. You see Tots getting hit by one there. Victory X trying to come in behind Captain Anarchy. Can he make the stop? He can. And now he has the opportunity to tie up the game. He's got to put this one in. He stopped short. Ogre 2's there. And Ogre 2 is down as well. Legend gets the counter flag, but there we go. It's all tied up, 4-4. Next flag win. So Final Boss, all dead. Fear Itself coming off the respawn. Let's go to Darkest Hour. They're in position for a counter cap, and this one would win the game. Ant just got shut down, though, by Tots. Huge play out of Tots. That may have been a game saver.
Bottom base, one shot, top there. One shot, Fear Itself, bottom base, one shot.
I got him, Fear Itself dead on their flag. I need help, I need help.
Legend losing his voice in the first night of the tournament. All kinds of communication from Darkest Hour. You can hear the stress in their voice. Really struggling here, and Final Boss just took over map control, Scott.
Yeah, and now watch. I want to watch Victory X if we get the chance. Watch how he plays this. He doesn't just go for an instant flagpole. He finds out where they're spawning, and then he goes to coordinate.
That's right. We're watching Ogre 2 here. Top A. Victory is going to push in, and Ogre 2 is going to help him out. He missed his jump, though, and Victory X is going to have to pay for it as he's taken down by Ant. Meanwhile, Fear Itself is going to pick up a double kill, and he's going to move in to put some nades on Legend. We're going to stay on board with Ogre 2 to see how he plays this respawn. So it's Victory and Ogre 2. Again, the duo pushing together. Nice grenades by Anarchy are going to shut down Ogre 2. 2 down here for Darkest Hour, 3 down for Final Boss.
Top middle A. Top middle A. Top middle,
And Fear's on a killing spree late in the game, trying to get this one going in Final Boss's favor. Neither team able to take complete map control. That was a huge grenade from Ogre 2, though, forced down Ant, and now he's looking to clean up his own kill, bottom P. Twilight is coming off the respawn, though, right behind him. Neither team really able to break in here, Scott. What's going on?
It's really just a stalemate. They know if they try to be risky, it can bite them in the butt. So they're just really trying to be nice and slow, work with their team, and it's the way you have to play when it's portable.
All right, well, let's take a look at the newest player of Final Boss, see what he brings to the team. It's an objective game type, and Tots has always been talked up for his ability to go clutch with these objectives. Right now, we have 2 down for Darkest Hour. All 4 members alive here for Final Boss. A nice nade from Tots is going to take down Ant. He was the last one alive for Darkest Hour, and now Tots is trying to push in, but Legend is coming off the respawn at B. So all four still alive for Final Boss. They're setting up with the spawn camp, and you see Ogre 2 pick up the kill on Legend, Victory on Ant, and Fear itself is going to pick up a kill. That's all four down for Darkest Hour, and Final Boss, after struggling, is able to get this 5th and final flag back to their base. Kid Tots put it in,
And he does it.
there we go, 5-4. Final Boss comes back to win it.
I went 0-17.
And taking a look at the stats, you heard them talking. They had a rough start. Tots putting up -11, but Fear itself makes up for it with the +11, and Victory X's +8. It's going to put Final Boss over Darkest Hour, but Darkest Hour definitely looked strong in that first game. All right, so here we go. Game 1 now in the books. Final Boss up 1-0 in the series. Darkest Hour is going to have to shake this one off because we're going right into game number 2, guys. It's Nero's Team Slayer. We saw Status Quo rebound after their first game loss. Darkest Hour going to look to do the same thing. And we're going to be starting this game off with Captain Anarchy. Actually, let's go to Ant. Can we get an Ant on our screen?